Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the Makeup Mummy family. So today we're going to be doing an eye tutorial, and I'm going to be using a very new palette. It's the Makeup Revolution Life on the Dance Floor, and this video has been requested, so I can't wait to get stuck in. So without further ado, if you want to see this eye tutorial, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so we are ready. We have our hair tied back, we have our sellotape on. I'm looking like a hot mess, but just let's go with the flow. So today we're going to be using this palette. So it is the VIP palette from Makeup Revolution. This is part of their Christmas collection, and they also have matching lipsticks to go as well. My favourite out of these three are probably the guest list because it's such a warm toned palette. I just absolutely love the colours, especially for this time of year. But this palette right here is just full of neutral shades. It is just a really natural everyday go-to palette. So this is what it looks like here. So you do have a mixture of your mattes and shimmers, and you even have one or two satin finish eyeshadows as well. So I am going to be using this to create just an everyday look, something that you can use if you're going to work or even school or college, any of these things, using this palette. The palettes are just amazing, and for the amount of money you're paying, so £10, and you're getting all of these eyeshadows, and they are of good quality. Now before we go any further guys, I am not sponsored by Makeup Revolution. They don't know who I am. I'm not paid to do anything. I bought all of these with my own money, so I just want to get that out there just on the off start there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to be putting my little name sheet just right there so I can tell you guys what shade I'm using, and I'm also going to go in with, if I can find it right here, my Kivonge big fluffy brush. I really like this for just coating the eyelids with a shade just to lay down a base. I have primed my eyes with the Avon primer in the shade beige, so we're going to go in there with Champagne, which is just this really natural ivory, and I'm just going to go in there and just pretty much laying that all over the lid. Then I'm going to, now that I've got that down, I'm just going to then go in with Superstar, which again is more of a creamy colour, but it's just got a hint of a peach undertone on it. It's just slightly darker than Champagne, and I'm going to go in there with that crease just to build a little bit of warmth and a little bit of colour. So again, that's that down. Now what I do start to do is I like to bring out a brush just like this, just a fluffy tips brush. And I like to use that to blend colours out as we go. So even just with these transition shades, I just like to go over and buff them in a little. I mean, I don't want to go too ham because then we'll end up losing the colour. Okay, so again, starting to go deeper still, I want to use Worthy. So that's a little bit more of on the peachy brown side we're heading. And again, I'm just placing that in the crease area to build that colour and build the warmth. And again, doing that on the other eye. My little girl is playing away, as you could hear. I think I've said this to you guys in my videos, that my little girl is a huge, huge part of my life. She is my life, let's face it. She is my everything. And in my videos, you're going to hear quite a lot of my little girl because she's very vocal. She's at that stage, she's 2.5, and she's just at that really adventurous stage, just checking everything out, and she likes to be heard. So you're going to hear it a lot throughout my channel, a lot, and maybe one day you'll maybe get to have a wee sneak peek at Olivia, but I'm a very protective mummy. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that she is very vocal. She likes to be heard. So yeah. And let's face it, guys, this is real life. I mean, I'm not going to be sugarcoating anything here on my channel. I mean, what you see is really what you get with myself. Like that, I mean, I am an everyday mummy. I'm here with my little girl all the time. My boots are needing done. My nails are needing done. I don't want to come on here looking like something that I'm not in real life. I want to show you guys what I really am and what I really do in real life. If that makes any sense at all, if you get anything from that, that's good. Now that we've got Worthy down and we've just blended that out a little, I want to take on a more mauvey note, so I'm going to go with Rank, and Rank is this mauve colour just right here. So it's more of a pinky purple, this one, and I'm just going to start packing that on the outer corner heading in. Like I said, this is very natural. We're not going to be doing anything that's way out with this eye look today, because this palette is pretty much an everyday palette. I mean, you can't get away with using this as a glam, like, night out. But typically speaking, I would probably use this on the daily, this palette. So yeah, that is my little girl for you guys. She is a handful, but in a good way. I mean, I have to say, my husband and I have been really lucky with her. So again, guys, just remember to blend out those shades as you build, just to make sure all the colours are blending in nice and easy. This tutorial is just basically like a chit chat, sort of me chatting away to you guys, getting to speak a little bit more about me, as well as obviously going on about the tutorial. So now that we've got that down, again, I'm still wanting to go a little deeper, so I'm going to go into a more browny colour here. So we're going to go into Prestige, which is just a really chocolatey brown with a hint of a red tone in there. And again, I'm just going to stick to that corner and start building. I'm just deepening up that corner because really on the lid I don't want to be doing too much at all. I think I want to keep that really neutral, the lid. Yeah, I've never really did a chit chat here with you guys, just sort of talking away to you. So I think this is the ideal opportunity. So yeah, like that, my little girl is just an absolute dream. I just love her to pieces, but I am biased, of course. I'm really looking forward to Christmas with her this year because she's going to understand a lot more about it. We took her into one of like the home stores today, and they had a lot of their Christmas decorations and things out, and honestly, you should have heard her. She was like, wow, wow, wow. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to just drop this brush for a little bit, and I'm actually going to be using one of the brushes from my last video, one of the Zoeva ones here. So I'm going to be using the 228 Luxe Crease. And again, I'm going to, instead of using Prestige, I'm using Big Shot, which again is more of a brick red colour. And all I want to do is just take a little bit of that up into that crease there. You see that colour building up there? You could do natural but still colourful. You don't have to do natural just as in beiges and creams. You don't have to be way out with these colours. I think that's what I love about these palettes, is they're so versatile. I mean, you can still do a natural look but have colour. And again, you're just taking that in there to blend that out. I don't know if I've told you this, guys, but I think I have actually in one of my videos that two of my eyes are completely different. I don't know how that happened, but I can always get one looking amazing and the other one just doesn't look amazing. It looks okay, but you can tell it's just not the same. Now, what I am going to do now is just take my Makeup Revolution brush, and this is the E103, and I'm just going to go in there with Influence, which is a nice chocolatey brown, again with a hint of a red undertone, and all I'm doing is just placing that right there. I'm not going to touch that at the moment. Just placing it on the very corner. Pack that on. And then all I'm going to do is, using my blending brush, is just smoke that out. Because I'm just going to be putting a really natural shimmer on the lid. I'm not going to be doing nothing too way out with it. Now, you don't have to obviously use these colours. You could use whatever colour you want if you have this palette at home. Now, for a shimmer, I find the finger is just much better. You just seem to get more pigment, more colour. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I think I'm going to go with, I think Backstage. I really like Backstage. It's just a really champagne shimmer. So I'm just going to use that, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid there. You'll probably notice that I have got a little texture on my lid just there, because this is where I've been finding my dry areas. Is sort of the eyelid there and just the corners. Thankfully the corners have now cleared up. I'm just waiting on this sort of clearing up. So you will have to excuse if you see a little texture there with the shadows. I'm doing my best to sort that out. Now, again, what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to take my blending brush, and I just want to bring all of those colours together. So that everything is working nicely together and it's not looking choppy. Doesn't matter if like your browner shades and your nice warm shades go over the shimmer. I think that just adds to the colour. Okay, and then what you can do is, if you wanted to add just a little bit more shimmer, or you can just add a different shimmer, so why not do that today? Let me see, we've got the satin one. I don't know if I want to do satin, so I think I want to definitely do a shimmer. So I think I'm going to use a little Fame, which is more of a lilac-y shimmer there, and I'm just going to place that on the middle of the lid, just like so. Just adds a little bit of something. They are lovely, really, really nice shimmers. And then I'm going to go in with a little paparazzi. Why not? And just add that around those edges. Paparazzi is just a really like very pale purple, like pale purpley pink shimmer. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do there, and I'm just going to sort of leave it at that. I don't want to go too major with it. Like I said, this is just a natural everyday go-to look. Again, you don't have to use these colours. If you think that's a bit too bright for my everyday look, you could just stick to this side of the palette, which is sort of more of your natural ivories and creams and peaches. But if you wanted to glam it up, you've got this side, which has got a lot of your brick brown colours and your chocolate brown colours. So you could glam it up for in the evening. So I'm going to leave it there. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to just pop off and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and finish the eye look for you guys. Okay guys, we have pretty much done most of our makeup now. The only thing I've got to do is finish off the eye look. So I'm going to do under my waterline, and then I'm going to pop a little bit of mascara on, take my hair down, and that'll be the look complete. So what I'm going to do is I want to keep it soft under the waterline, so I'm going to go in with Backstage again, which is just that really creamy peachy ivory. And I'm just going to use this brush to go under that waterline. You'll notice you won't see too much, but I am going to darken that, but I just want to lay that down first. And I'm going to go in with Worthy. Tell a lie, that shade that I just laid down was called Superstar, not Backstage. So it just softens up the under eye. I'm not wanting to put anything too harsh under there because we do have a bit of colour on the eye. So I just want to keep that as neutral and as understated as we can. I'm not putting liner in either because I want to keep it just natural and awake looking. You can indeed put a nude liner in there if you wanted to. Me personally, I just tend to... I sometimes go without, to be honest. If I am going to go for, if I want a more, I don't know what to say, if I want a more noticeable wide awake eye, then I would put nude liner on. But for me, if I'm doing a natural eye, I just stay with my own natural waterline. Okay guys, and then I'm going to pop a little mascara on. I'm only going to do a coat because again, I'm just keeping it as natural as we can. So I am just using this one right here, which is the Rimmel Volume Shake Stay Clump Free. I've used this a few times. I don't really know how I feel on it, to be honest. It's nice, but it's not as good as some of the other ones I've had, which I was quite surprised about considering of the hype. But it does do what it says, I have to say. I mean, it gives my lashes length, and it does give them a bit of volume, but I don't know how I feel. I do like it, but I haven't really made up my 100% mind on it. Again, if you wanted to give yourself a little more of volume with your lashes, you could apply a really nice wispy lash to this as well. Me personally, I just again stick with my own. It's something I don't actually use a lot of, to be honest guys, is false eyelashes. I really maybe should start using them more often. I've only used them for a couple of looks, like for my Instagram and things, but I really maybe should start using them. I think I'm actually just going to add another coat on, to be fair, I think, just to give them a wee bit more. So like I said, it's nothing major guys, it's just a very understated eye look. Now what I'm going to do is pop off and take my hair down, and we will be back. Okay, lovely. So this is the eye look complete. As you can see, it is a warmer natural eye because right now I am sticking with my neutrals, my warm tones, which I'm loving. But as you can see, it's just very understated. There's not much to it, to be honest. You don't have to use these colours that I've used here today. You can use whatever natural eyeshadows you want to. I just teamed it up with the NYX Butter Lip Gloss in Madeline, and I did a little bronzing, just a little blush, and I did more of a golden highlight, just keeping it subtle. And I used the Avon eyebrow pencil along with the Gimme Brown. But yeah, just a really nice everyday natural look. It's nothing major. You can of course glam this up, so if you're coming home from your working day and you want to glam this look up, there's plenty of colours in this palette that you can team up with to give it a more glam feel. I mean, all of the side of this palette, you can really add more depth to this eye look. But yeah, for me, I am loving these eyeshadows. I am loving each palette. Like I said, my favourite is definitely Guest List. Just lots more warm tones in there, and just really a lot of glam looks can be created. But definitely guys, if you can, pick these palettes up. There are 4 in total and they're just beautiful. But that today guys sums up my tutorial. with the VIP Makeup Revolution Life on the Dance Floor palette, keeping it natural. So if you like this video, remember and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, guys, it would mean just the world if you could subscribe, and remember to hit that bell as well, as that will notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. So guys, until the next video, you take care and we'll see you soon. Bye.